We're gathered here today to say thank you to UKOG. Thank you, UKOG!
Thank you, UKOG!
This well was supposed to be a sweet spot in the Weald, a flagship for the Weald and oil industry, and it has been a failure.
Yay.
This shows the industry and the world how difficult to drill into the Weald and strata is, how often it is that there is the likelihood of failure, how hard it is to succeed.
And how unnecessary.
We would like to thank UKOG. Despite all their lobbying, their contributions to local and regional governments, misleading propaganda and positively spun announcements, the truth will out. Public and the investors will turn against the Weald and oil industry.
Hooray! There's no money in it, is there?
We would like to thank UKOG, and this is a bit of a controversial one, for drilling between the twin rivers of the Arun and the Ada, which were once joined beneath the downs and are joined up here in their springs which flow from the vicinity of this site, and also from the aquifers which outcrop to the north of here and flow into these two rivers. These are the aquifers that UKOG drilled through to get to their limestone oil. sorry, shale oil. Our fears for these two great rivers, the Arun and the Ada, prompted residents and professionals to start a water monitoring scheme, which is the method of which is now spreading around the country to other sites which are threatened. So thank you, UKOG.
Thank you, UKOG.
Good example.
We've now reached the crossroads. Planning committees, lawmakers and regulators have been driven carrot and stick along the road towards shale oil. But there is another way, which may seem more difficult when you've been beaten and pilloried away from it. But country after country is taking the path away from shale oil and extreme hydrocarbon extraction. And judging by the difficulties of UKOG at this site, the shale oil motorway is not the answer for the Weald. UKOG's time to do their flow tests ran out yesterday, and yet we have not seen any sign of the work stopping. Are there any signs of them packing up and going home?
No. But we're ready.
We are here and ready to offer our help. Restoration is due to start today, according to their planning conditions. No announcements or new applications have been made to suggest otherwise. 2 weeks ago, the well was still being swabbed, which is akin to putting a sink plunger on a blocked sink. That does not exactly inspire confidence that they've had any success. It's time for UKOG to go home and let this site be restored to the rich and muddy field it was, with peaceful ancient woodlands on either side. We don't want to hear cranes, forklifts, we don't want to hear generators, we don't want to hear klaxons, we don't want to hear men shouting, metal being pounded
HCV
7 days a week, and which is what it's been since they started. We don't want razor wire, we don't want ugly gates, we don't want chemical tanks, we don't want toxic wastewater on this site. Let's have hay being cut like it was before and sheep being grazed on this land. Here we have a copy of the restoration plan for this site. You've probably all seen this. And it says on it, this is the document which has been referred to in the decision made in September of this year. So this is what we're looking to do. We want to work together to ensure that there is no trace of this dirty industry left on this Wealden soil. If despoiling the deep reaches or water sources and rivers happens, we will be sure to notice. We will find the fingerprints of this pollution and we will call the culprits to account. I would love to see UKOG turn their undoubted enthusiasm for drilling into investigating geothermal energy capture. After all, they've got a lot of useless shafts in their company. And when I've been looking at the footage, which has been taken by volunteers of the activities at the site on a Sunday, against their planning permission of course, I've noticed the clear liquid that they have been painstakingly pumping out of the well recently has been steaming. It's a lot warmer down there than it is up here. It would be lovely to have UKOG U-turn and turn to become a major player in renewables rather than a tiny minnow in the world of oil company dinosaurs.
We'll help them with that.
Yeah.
So, have you finished yet?
No,
Can we come in? Anyone there?
To restore.
Hello?
We've brought our tools.
Yep, we're ready.
Time's up. Time's up. Go home for Christmas.
You got acorns?
Hey!
Hey, whoa, well done.
Well done, Jim.
Excellent.